So you think back to seventh grade.
I remember when I had some breakfast. That was like 10 minutes ago.
One of the topics we studied in seventh grade science was diffusion, osmosis and diffusion. Sound familiar? You did maybe a bunch of activities to help you understand osmosis, maybe put carrots in salt water, or a gummy bear in water, or eggs. We're going to do a couple of those activities again, just even though you may have done them already. Okay, so it might be the first time for some of you. Well, we're gonna recreate some of those next week. So we'll have an opportunity there. So this is kind of going a step beyond that. So osmosis and diffusion are concepts about how and when molecules move. And that's important for cells. And we're talking about cells here. And cells need to get things from the outside to bring in to be used in the cell. They need to get rid of materials that are building up as waste and so forth. And so the movement of materials is important to cells. And so what organelle can we talk about this week that allows things in or out of the cell? Close. Cell membrane. The cell wall basically is not, it just lets anything in or out. The cell membrane is kind of, we could say decides. It's kind of, it doesn't think and things like that, but it's what's responsible for if something can go in or not, whether something goes out or not. So that's what we're talking about here. And to help us understand that, we have to review a little bit about diffusion osmosis that you learned back in previous grades. So when we're talking about cells, the term we use for diffusion is it's called a type of passive transport. Passive transport. So the definition we're going to use of diffusion, it's the movement of molecules from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. That's the way molecules move, sort of on their own. High concentration to low concentration. What does that mean? Like, what do I mean when I say a high concentration of molecules? What? Sort of, but not just large quantities, but large quantities in, a small area. That's what concentration is. Like, is there a high concentration of people in this room? No. Yeah, if I went into Miss Gordon's study hall, it's filled up with students. There's a higher concentration of students. However, what if, it's not just the number. What if all of us went in this little office here? Would we have a high concentration of people in there? But it's the same number. Right, but we've come together, we're more crowded. That's what concentration is. If you're making some lemonade from a powder, anyone ever make that? Like Country Time lemonade, it comes in a can, you put it in water. No? Did you ever make any powdered drink? Oh, there's ice. Okay, Kool-Aid. Let's use Kool-Aid as our example. If you have a glass of water, let's say, and you put in a spoonful of Kool-Aid, how's it going to taste? Some flavor. Too watery? All right, what if you had 5 spoonfuls? Too sweet, right? Which of those has a higher concentration of Kool-Aid? The 5, because you have the same amount of water, but you put 5 scoops in. There's a high concentration of sugar and whatever kind of artificial flavoring they put in that stuff. That's what concentration means.